we can write multiple catch blocks for single try. Okay. So we are writing one try block with the multiple catch except block. Except blocks. So what does it mean? So actually, one try block. We will write one block of statements. So try block of statement. So here which contain multiple lines of code is available. So in these lines, each line is going to generate different exception. Different exception. Then how can I handle this one? So if any exception rise, then immediately I need to convey to user that what is the mistake generated while running this program. That we have done with the help of except block. But what happened if it is generate only one exception? I can write one what is that? Except. But if in case if it generate multiple exceptions, then I need to mention multiple except blocks. Okay. So like this you can write. Next another block. Next except. What is the exception it is going to be raised? That you need to mention. Next you need to write that relative statement. Like that you can write multiple except blocks for single try block. Let us go for one simple example. So here, this is the same program I am taking where I am not including these two. This is not mandatory as of now. So at last, I am going to print one statement that my task has completed. Right. Coming to here, this line is going to generate only one exception. This is zero division. I am going to run this one. When I run this one, here it is asking me to give an integer number. But instead of integer number, if I give float number, what happens? It will give me an error. So can you see which exception it has raised? Value error it has generated. Then which line it is going to generate error? This line. So it is also one of the exception line or not. Now I will write one, I will execute one more time. So first value I will give perfectly, but while I am giving second value, I have given wrong number, which is also given value error. So these two lines also generating an exception. Then what can I do? What does try block should maintain? What are the lines generating exception that you need to write inside the try block? So what I did, I am going to write the one try block. So this try block contain how many statements? Which contain 3 statements. So from these 3 statements, this line and this line is generating the value error, and this line is generating the zero division exception. Are you clear? Now what can I do? I need to include this exception also. Now you check this one. When I run this one, if I give 1.5, what you are expecting? Value error expecting. But are you handling such kind of exception? No. I am handling only one exception. This is zero division exception. But I am not handling value error exception. Then when I execute, enter this one, again what happens? The remaining part of program is not executing. But what is your main intention? You need to continue the remaining part of program without halting your program. So that here in this block, I need to handle value error also. Then how can I handle? Follow to this one. I am going to write one more except block where which one I should include? Value error. While writing value error, every word first character should be uppercase letter. Next one, what can I convey? Print. So what is invalid input you have given. This is the simple message I am going to convey to end user when he failed to give the proper number. Now let us go for this one. Right. Now our main job, I need to test whether this my task is completed or not, because this one is the remaining part of my program. Yes, when I run this program, yes, it is asking me number. So I am giving valid integer. Next, I am giving valid integer, but it is going to generate zero division error. This is going to be print followed by task as completed. It will execute. Denominator should not be zero. My task is completed. Next, what can I do? I am going to give 1.5. Is it valid input? Invalid input. Then which exception is going to be handled? This line is going to be printed. Invalid input you have given. Now when I hit enter, so can you see invalid input you have given? Yes. So can I write multiple except blocks for single try? Yes, we can write. Here you may ask one more question. Sir, is it possibility to write only 2? Can I write 3 also? Yes, you can write. Then how can you write? Another except block. Next here, what can I do? I have one list. This list is available. List content 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, like this it is available, where I am going to print the element which is L value. I am going to write at a 300s index. Did you remember what type of exception it will generate? Now I will show this one. Yesterday I have shown this one. Now you need to test. So here I will give everything valid value, but let us check what happens. So when I run this one, it is asking me the valid number. I have given 8. Next 2 I have given. But observe here, 10, 8 by 2, you can see 4 value at this place, but can you have 300th index? No. Which error it has reported? Index error it has reported. And after showing index error, can you see my task as completed? No, because what happened? I am handling zero division and value error. But what you are not handling? Index error. Then what can I do? I need to write except block for index error you have to convey. Next, what can I do? Simply your index is out of range. This is also I am handling. Now you can see execution. I am giving 3. I am giving 1. Now which one will be generated? Index error will be generated. I can see division value 3 by 1. I can see 3. Along with that, your index out of range will be executed and followed by task as completed. It is printing. So can I execute the remaining part of program? Yes. So what do you understand from this program? I can write multiple except block for single try. So this is the way you have written. Here you have another method. Sir, okay, sir, you said everything. This one is clear. So here, multiple except blocks I am writing. If in case my single try block is available, which is going to generate hundreds of exceptions. Are you clear? So here I am going to reduce the size of this program. You understand this thing carefully. So here, these 4 lines of code is generating 3 different exceptions. If in case this is going to generate 100 exceptions or 200 exceptions this block is generating, then what can I do? 200 except blocks you need to write. If you write that many blocks, then what happened? Your program size is increases. Then how can I handle that one? So here, instead of writing multiple except blocks, you can write one single except block. Okay. The single except block can handle different type of exceptions. Now you observe here carefully. So I am going to rewrite this program in different method. So instead of writing these multiple exceptions in multiple block, what I am going to do, I will go a simplest method. What is that? One try block. I am going to include this one. Next, I will write only except block, followed by what are the different exceptions it is generating. That everything you need to write like a triple. Okay. So this is zero division error. Okay, followed by index error, followed by some other exceptions like that you need to mention, and you need to write only one block at this place. Okay, so now we will go for this type of syntax, whether it is working or not. Next, what is the problem we are facing this one? Next, how can we handle that? We need to learn. So here, what is my job? Do I need to write multiple except blocks? No, I won't write. What can I do? What are the different type of exceptions it is generating? That all I need to mention here like a tuple. So here, this entire block is generating either zero division error or index error or value error. These are the different errors it is showing, and I am going to write one message. Can you tell me what is the proper information I should include at this place? Can you convey like zero division error? No, because if you give these two values properly, then I won't get zero division error. In this case, index error is generating. But is it always generate index error only? Different type of errors will be generated. Now you observe carefully. Here, you did mistake either with denominator as 0, or you have given out of range for index error, or invalid input you have given. So how many messages I am conveying to end user? 3 different messages I am including in the one line. Now you observe here carefully. When I run this one, right, it is asking me 10 I have given, 2 I have given. Is it valid input or not? Yes, valid input. I never get zero division error. But you observe here what is the different type of message it is showing. So 5.0, it has given index error. But what is the message you are conveying to end user? This 3 out of 3 you are showing. But here, I don't want to show these 3 messages. I want to show only one message, which mistake that end user has given. So can we predict that one? We cannot predict. Among these 3, anyone can be generated. But how can I convey to end user only specially this thing as generated? So to do that one, here we have to add one more thing. Okay. What is the thing you observe? Here we cannot show the valid exception triced. Then how can I rewrite this try and except block? So try colon, I will write a block of code. Next, as usual, except I will write Next, followed by all the exception types you need to mention. Followed by you need to write as, followed by any object name you need to write. Are you clear? You have to write as followed by any object name. This object name maintain description of exception. Description of exception. Okay, I will show you what is the description of exception. So here, you observe this one carefully. Here I am not handling value error. Observe here carefully. I am not giving value error. I will wantedly do value error at this place. 1.5 I have given. So here value error exception is raised, followed by, can you see one message like this? This is the description of your message. Are you clear? This is the description of your exception. This message is going to be maintained by which one? This object. What is the object you will mention it here? This object is going to mention the description of your exception. Description is nothing but what is the exception message it has shown, that is going to be maintained by this object. Okay. Now what will I do? Simply I am going to print the exception object. Okay. What exception object you have written, that you have to print at this place. Now let us go for this method. What can I do here? Instead of writing these all messages at this place, what I want to do, just I will print one object. So that object is going to be defined at this place as obj I am writing. Here you have to raise one question. Sir, definitely I should write obj. No, you can write your name. Any name you can write at this place. So I will show this obj right now. Next we will go for another name. So what is the thing I need to include at this place? Value error will be generated. Exception will generate. Now I am going to run this one. So first I am going to give zero division. Am I mentioning it here anything? No. This dynamically identify the exception description that will be printed. So 10 numerator, denominator 0 has given. Can you see division by error? Who printed this line? This object is printed. Do you need to write this message manually? No need. Because the description is already automatically it can taken by obj. Now what can I do? I am going to change this name. Hyderabad I will write HYD. HYD. This is your own names you can write. Next when I run this one, I am going to execute with another exception, index error. Obviously this is going to generate index error. See here. I will give valid input 10 and 1. So here this is going to generate index error, and let us check whether it is printing the description of your exception or not. Yes, list index out of range. Who printed this line? Did you write this code? No. Did you write this message? No. Which automatically taken from this Hyderabad object, and this has printed. Next, what is the another thing I should show? Index error is completed, zero division error, and I am going to show value error. So here I am going to give 1.5, 1.4. When I hit enter, so can you see invalid literal for int with the index with the base 10, and you have given 1.4. Base 10 it is expecting, but you have given 1.4. This is the description which is already available with the exception that message has printed. So did you understand this one? Yes. Now, sir, I do not remember this all exceptions name. Then what can I do? Can we reduce the size of this also? Yes, you can reduce. So if it is 1, 2, 3, you can mention that all exceptions names at this place. But what is the main intention? We need to reduce our program, but our program should be properly convey which exception it has raised. So if it is 3, I have included. If it contains 1000 exceptions, then again the tuple size is increases. Is there any other method to reduce this program? Yes, we have another method also. So here in Python programming, actually we don't know OOPS concepts, but here I'm going to introduce one simple word, that is inheritance. Inheritance is nothing but parent and child relation. So here, what are the exceptions this Python program has? Like zero division error, or index error, or file not found error, or SQL error, like that. Different type of exceptions are there. This all exceptions is having one parent, that is the exception. Okay. These all exceptions is having one common parent, that is the exception. Are you clear? I will tell you one simple example. These are the different childs of one parent. Are you clear? Many children are there. So if he done any mistake, he is going to handle. Like zero division error, we have handled. Next, this is another exception like index error. When it is generated, then he is going to handle. But if children are not handled, then who is going to take care? Immediately they will consult their parent, or that parent is this exception. So this exception is going to handle these all children's exceptions. Okay, so you can understand this concept while I'm teaching the OOPS concepts inheritance. But you just remember that if child cannot handle their own problem, immediately they will consult parent exception. Okay, so here instead of writing this all everything, what I'm going to write, just I will write exception. I will write only exception word. This is going to accept any kind of exception, and that respective message will be taken by this HYD, that is going to be printed. Now I am going to execute this program. Wantedly I am giving 1.5. Is it mistake or not? Yes. So whom this need to be contact? Value error need to be contact. But are you mentioning value error? No. Who introduced it here? Parent of value error is available. Then he is going to definitely handle, and it can show the proper message. Is it clear? Next one. What I do? I wantedly give 10, denominator as 0. Then which one need to be handled? Zero division error need to be handled. But whom I have introduced? Parent I have introduced. Then what happened? This exception can handle, and it will show the proper message. Zero division error is printed. So I hope it is clear. How did we reduce this program size? These are the different mechanisms are available. You can use any one of these one. But as a good programmer, you need to handle exception in order to stop your program's execution, to continue remaining flow without any halting. Next one. And the last one, that is going to be, what is that? Right, we understood how to write try, how to write except, how to write finally, how to write else. Now we are going to learn rise statements. Okay, let us know what does rise do. Rise is a keyword. It is not a block of code like the blocks you have written. rise is a keyword which is going to raise an exception manually. Okay. So you are not writing any situations like 10/0, or you are trying to access index which is out of range. You are not writing this kind of situations. Without writing this kind of, without implementing these kind of situations, wantedly, if you want to generate an exception, we have to use rise keyword. Are you clear? Just wait for a minute, please. I am getting call. So here, what is our job? We need to know how this rise keyword will be working. Rise is a keyword. It is not like a block. Why we are using this rise keyword? To manually throw an exception. So how can I write this one? See, syntax of this one is, first we have to write rise followed by exception type followed by you have to write a message. Which message you want to be print, that you have to write at this place. Okay, now we will see how this will be work. Means without writing this code, if you want to generate zero division exception, then how do you write? First you have to write rise keyword followed by zero division error and followed by which message you want to write, that you need to write at this place. This is manually thrown. This is the simple message I am printing. Now let us check whether it is working or not. So here I won't write this entire thing. What I am writing, just a try block followed by rise keyword I am writing. Zero division error I am writing, followed by I need to write any message. This is manually generated. Like that, simply I am printing. Next, what can I won't write anything at this place. Just directly, simply I am writing this code. Next, print task has completed. Can I see this line? No, because this line is going to generate an exception. Now I am going to run. What do you see? Zero division error. Previously, which error it has printed? different message it has printed, but this time this is manually generated. Who has given this description? Manually, I have given this description. Okay, that as it is description, it has printed. But what it printed previously? So if you do 10 by 0, what is the error it has printed? 10 by 0. So it is generated exception followed by division by 0, it has printed. By default, division by 0 available. But right now, what is the message you have given that it has printed? Rise 0 division error followed by this is manually thrown exception. Yes, this I have written, and when I run here, did you observe this description has given by rise statement? Okay. Next, are you handling this exception? I am not handling. Then how can I handle this one? Try. I am going to write this line inside this one. Next, accepted. Next, which thing I need to write? Do I need to mention 0 division error only? No, this is contain one parent. What is that parent? Exception as MSG. Next, what I am going to do? Just I am going to print the message which it has generated. Now you see this one. Yes, this is manually thrown exception and task has completed. Is it clear? Yes. Like this, we need to handle the exception. Okay. So in the coming class, we will go for another topic. We'll see in the next class. Okay, guys. Bye.